Doctors Without Borders says another staffer was killed by an Israeli airstrike in Gaza. This follows UN officials warning Israel that they will stop aid operations across Gaza if Israel doesn't do a better job of protecting humanitarian workers. Meanwhile, a UN-backed assessment says nearly half of the Palestinians in Gaza are facing, quote, catastrophic levels of hunger throughout the territory. CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tyab joins us now with Tel Aviv with more on all of this. Imtiaz, what are we learning about the death of this Doctors Without Borders staffer in Gaza City?
Yeah, hey, Errol. Well, we've heard from Doctors Without Borders. They've identified him. His name is Fadi Al-Wadia. He was killed along with 5 other people, including 3 children, as he cycled to work near the MSF clinic that he was working at in Gaza. Now, he was only 33 years old. He was working as a physiotherapist, and he is now the 6th staff member for MSF, or Doctors Without Borders, to have been killed since the October 7th attacks. But when we consider just the sheer number of doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, humanitarians who have been killed across Gaza in the nearly 10 months of brutal war, the number is staggering. Of course, the number of hospitals, which also just no longer exist anymore. It is a perfect storm for what humanitarian workers are calling a humanitarian catastrophe upon catastrophe. Now, as you've been saying, the United Nations and others have basically been saying that if Israel does not do more to protect humanitarian workers, they will have to suspend the limited help that they're giving Palestinian civilians now, and that would be incredibly devastating for those innocent civilians. Or Errol, excuse me.
And Imtiaz, you've done a solid job, as all of our correspondents have, in bringing into stark relief the humanitarian crisis that Palestinians in Gaza are facing. The UN now says nearly 500,000 of them face starvation. How dire is the situation now, and what's being done to prevent it, considering humanitarian aid organizations face their own challenges?
Yeah. You know, it's always hard to use numbers, but I'll give you some, because behind every number is a name, is a person, is somebody who's had a whole life. But we are at the numbers. 34 children have died of malnutrition in Gaza that we know of. That number is likely far higher, but because of the situation in Gaza, it's incredibly difficult to record the deaths of those children who have died from starvation. But we have heard from the United Nations, who say that 50,000 children, in their words, are in urgent need of malnutrition, or rather treatment for acute malnutrition. 50,000 children. And then that, of course, that staggering number of around 500,000 people who are facing hunger on a very serious level, and a very serious scale, I should say. Now, very quickly, Errol, we were on the humanitarian pier that the U.S. constructed, President Biden ordered, cost $230 million. It was supposed to, in the words of the president, flood Gaza with aid, but we've only really seen a trickle of aid get into Gaza. In fact, in the 16 or 17 days or so that pier has been operational, it's been offline for most of it because of repairs and damages that it's needed. Only around 400 or so trucks have made it in. And when you consider, before the October 7th attacks, 500 aid trucks would get into Gaza every single day, it is barely scratching the surface. Errol.
Sobering updates there. Imtiaz Tyab, thank you.